In this episode of Financial Literacy for Beginners, we're going to talk about how having good health makes you money. Cue the intro. Now, this might be something that a lot of people don't want to hear, but we're going to talk about this anyway because I think it's something that is very important, specifically if you are trying to make money and you reach a point where you're stuck at what you're doing, or you've always wanted to understand the connection between being in shape and being of the right frame of mind and how that helps your finances. You really want to listen to this because this is very, very important in terms of that. The first thing having good health helps with is really your energy. Your energy and how you use your energy is such a huge part of making money and building your finances. And a lot of people don't realize this is that you having the right amount of energy allows you to kind of move through situations and be in the right movement in a lot of situations, because sometimes you have to move. Sometimes things are happening and they're happening in a certain amount of time, and you need enough energy to get through those times. You need the right kind of energy to get through those times. And energy is all about how you're fueling yourself and taking care of yourself. So it's very important that you understand you have to get on the right health track. A lot of times people don't understand that it will help you get there faster if you are taking your health seriously, specifically if what you're using, whatever vessel you're using to get to a point of financial freedom, requires a lot of physical activity on your part. Sometimes people get into situations where, they're having to work more or, do things that require a lot of physical activity. And if you're not in good health, you're going to be dead in the water when it comes to those things, and you're not going to be able to reach that potential. Think about like athletes. Think about, people who use their bodies all the time to create wealth. They have to be in peak condition. So really think about that. Think about how they have to use their good health to make money, which leads me to my next thing, and that's decision making. The more you are taking care of your health, the better decisions you're able to make because you're thinking with a clear head and a clear mind. The link between your physical and your mental is very strong. And if you aren't in good health, it actually makes you create, scenarios and situations where you're not thinking clearly. You start to make bad decisions and start to make decisions that, cause you to be in situations that you don't need to be in, cause you to drop the ball on things that are very important. Like, there are a lot of people don't think about this, but there are moments in your life where you're going to have a window of opportunity. Sometimes they come often, and sometimes they come in bursts right in the same amount of time. But if you're not in the right frame of mind, and if you're not in, the right energy in that moment to take advantage of those opportunities, those windows will close. Yes, they may open up again some point in your life, but the more times you miss those opportunities, the more of those windows you miss, the more you narrow your opportunity to do what you want to do in life. So it's very important for you to be in the right frame of mind and be in good health so that you can make those decisions when they arise and really capture those moments when they arise. There's nothing like being prepared. And, a huge part of being prepared as a person, as a human being, is, being in good health and being in the right frame of mind. So don't overlook that in terms of how that can help you get to the point of financial freedom, help you get to the point of making the right financial decisions. Which leads me to the other thing is that, just having a mindset that is attracting wealth has a lot to do with your mental state and how you're taking care of yourself and what you're consuming and what you're letting into your gates. Not just from a physical standpoint, but if you are letting in, a lot of negativity into, your gates, and that is affecting how you feel physically, and that's affecting your health, your mental health or otherwise, you won't be able to attract those things that you want in life that allow you to move into situations where you're making more money or being able to even manage your money. Like, you can be making a lot of money and not managing it well because you're not in good health, because you're not thinking clearly. And I've seen this a lot. There are times when, people are at the peak of whatever they can do, whatever thing is going to create wealth for them, whether that be an athlete or entertainer or doctor, lawyer, otherwise, they can be at the peak of what they've created in terms of, okay, I went through, all of this learning to do this specific thing. I learned how to do these things really well. So I'm at the peak of earning for these things, but at the same time, I'm not in shape and I'm not in a good mindset because I am not taking care of myself from a health perspective. So that will deteriorate your finances that way because you're not making the right decisions. So it's very important that you understand how all of those things connect in terms of you taking care of yourself. And I'm not saying you have to work out all the time or, be on this health kick all the time. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that understanding the connection between your health goals and your financial goals is very important because that connection is very strong. And sometimes one helps the other, but it is very important that you understand they're linked together. And the more you link them together and the more you push to increase them both, they will help and in turn help each other. A lot of situations in our lives will require endurance. We go through so much stuff in our lives, so many ups and downs. And, a lot of times we are being combated with a lot of things that we can't control. And the only way we can get through those things sometimes is our endurance. And that endurance a lot of times is very linked to our physical, health and our mental health. It's very linked to our physical and mental health. So it's very important for us to, if we want to be able to weather the storms that are coming, that are going to come in our life, because they're going to come, there are always going to be things that are going to come against you while you're trying to succeed or while you're trying to achieve something. And the only way you're going to be able to weather those sometimes is if you are in good health and you have that endurance to weather those things. It's such an important thing to do that. So, and I really want you to think about this. If you are at a point where you can take a moment to really get yourself together that way, if you don't have a lot going on in your life where that is just causing you to rip and run and not be in a place that you can take those things seriously, if you're not in that place, while you have that time, please, I implore you, take that seriously, take your health seriously. And even if you do have a lot of things going on in your life, take those moments that you can and really take your health seriously, because it really will benefit you in terms of your financial goals and your goals across the board. I hope this has been extremely helpful for someone. And until we talk again, I wish you health, wealth, and freedom. Hold up. If this is your first time to the channel, definitely drop this video a like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. We really would like to see you back here on some more videos, joining in the conversation, and definitely leave a comment down in the comment box below.